Every family member of mine messaged me when I won the grand final. No one messaged me when I went through that extra stuff. No one.
Looking back from when you were youngin' to now, what's one lesson you've always stuck by?
Never changed, bro. I'm a product of my environment. I'm from South Auckland, grew up in Western Sydney, like, that's just who I am. When I cross that white line, like.
Hey, welcome back to the Mayday podcast. I'm your host, Terrell May, and today we've got one of the most explosive front rowers in the game joining us. He's already won 3 premiership rings. He's fearless on the field and never backs down from a challenge. From the streets of Mount Druitt to the biggest stage in rugby league, this is Spencer Leniu. Spencer, welcome to the show, my old soul.
I appreciate you, sir.
Big love for pulling up, G. Who were the people you really looked up to?
Just my parents from the start. Just could have gone down, like many of us, down the wrong path, but you know, sort of footy sort of saved our lives almost, like just putting us in sport and stuff like that. And yeah, I'm just grateful that my parents sacrificed a lot for my footy career, for me to pursue a footy career. And yeah, I'd say them, and then footy icons are, I'll probably say like Sam Burgess or Sonny Bill. If you were just to tell like someone who didn't know about footy, what it's like to be a forward in the NRL, I'll tell them to go watch their highlights, because they sort of epitomise what it is to be a front rower in the game, or like an aggressive player in the game. And yeah, I just thought them two were big figures.
Take us back to the journey from NZ, because obviously you're born and raised in NZ, and then you came over when you were 10.
Yeah,
so take us back to NZ and then transitioning to Sydney.
So I was born in New Zealand, Mangere, South Auckland. And then I think just for better opportunity, my parents moved over to Australia. I was sort of playing rugby union and rugby league at the same time. And I remember we're at Macca's in Mauni, and Minterberry Jets were promoting their club, and my parents not knowing too much about the area, or like what footy teams were where, and what rugby union teams are where. They're just like, oh, might as well just sign me up here. All you have to do is run hard, tackle hard. And I was just like, yeah, swear does. And that's how I sort of just started my footy career. The best club in Western Sydney, Minterberry Jets. If you know, you know.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, that's sort of where it all started. And I feel like a big part of who I am today is obviously how I used to play in Mangere. It was weird as I remember when I used to play there, or it was almost just chuck on a big hit and then have a crack almost. And then I remember like the police used to patrol the fields on just like under 9s games, just because the parents used to punch on and that. Because back in the days in Auckland, like the refs were just the parents, whoever just volunteered to be a ref. So obviously if one team's like parent is reffing, they're going to be more biased to the other team. So I think that's how all the fights used to sort of happen with the parents. And then yeah, I remember moving here, it was just weird as like my first game for Minch, I remember seeing like touchies with flags. They're all in pink jerseys, and then the refs in like a checkered jersey. Yeah. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I felt like I was in the NRL almost, like I'm playing from there. And yeah, it was just different as all the parents were pretty tame compared to my parents. And then it just took us a bit of a journey to calm down to everyone else. And then, but yeah, that's how.
Yeah, some of you guys know, or some of you might not know, me and Spenny actually grew up together. I've known Spenny since he was 10, and Spenny actually plays for the same junior club as me. We're 1 year apart, but my younger brother, Tiny, would play up in age with Spenny, so our family has known each other for ages. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like, we both came up together, and just knowing the type of person Spenny and his family were, like, they're still the same people. Like, his parents are very humble people, very quiet. Then you got Spenny, very humble as well, but you know, once he steps on that field, he's a different beast, and he always stays staunch to his word, and he's an action person. But yeah, it's mad to see the boys like that I grew up with on this stage now. So it's gone also. Paint us a picture of after school and the weekends. What was life like?
When footy really started to get serious, I think when I was maybe 16, I was doing both rugby union and rugby league. So I'll do, like say maths, I'll do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, match training. And then Tuesday, Thursday, I would be doing rugby union training. And then we'll play Saturday for Penrith, and then I'll play for Blacktown Scorpions on Sundays. So that was like, yeah, to be honest, it was just all footy. I couldn't really think about anything else, because I just love the boys. I love being around the boys, just having those relationships. And then obviously going to training together and then trying to train hard and to get the result on the weekend. Yeah, to be honest, it was literally all footy. My life was pretty boring, eh? Like I said, just I had that routine order up until almost SG Ball when I stopped playing. I chose to play rugby league over rugby union. To be honest, the rugby union scene down here wasn't that much, so I just thought rugby league was probably the best avenue for me. And yeah, so literally just all footy, bro.
Yeah, because most people wouldn't know this, but you actually like full had a choice between union and league. Like you were gun at union and gun at league. So give us a like understanding of why you chose league over union. I know you said like the avenues for union weren't that good, but like was your heart always at league or?
The desire to play rugby union was always there. Obviously playing for Mincho and like truly understanding what rugby league was here, I just fell in love with the game. And like I was at rugby union playing for Scorpions. Like our team would have won four comps in a row, but none of the boys would get picked in any teams. So it was just like I felt like there was just no one was almost looking at any of the boys in the team. Like we'd rock up to games and they would like not run on the field because like all the Polynesian boys like they'll just forfeit like on game. They just see the boys rock up and then they'll just be like, nah, I'm not playing. And then we'll win the comps, and then like I said, like none of the boys made it. Like I feel like heaps of those boys should have made at least like some sort of rep squad, but that's just how it was. And I guess I was just fortunate enough that I was in the Penrith system at the time, and I was just finding my groove, and then just starting to believe that, you know, if I work hard at what I was doing with Penrith, then I can make it, you know. So I sort of just put all my eggs in one basket, and yeah, I think just a lot of that time was just repaying my parents back. Like I told you, like the schedule, like I was Monday to Sunday, like I was 7 days a week every week up until that point. So my parents were driving me everywhere. But like that's just what they did, you know, for their son, and they just wanted their son to prosper in life. And yeah, every time I trained or whatever, I just thought about them, and that motivated me to give it a crack.
Yeah, because you're saying Monday to Sunday, your parents are sacrificed driving you to union, league, and that. Like that's not a small bout for any parent. So shout out to your family, bro. They still come to every single game, like Roosters game, even though it's far from them and that. Like, always showing you love, bro. It's mad. Before rugby league, what did you think you were gonna do in life?
Oh, that's a good question, eh? I did 3 weeks of steel fixing, bro, and I just knew from there I'm not cut out for that shit, bro. I did 3 weeks of it. I think it was the Wednesday, and I didn't rock up to work. And my uncle was like he was like the boss of that site at that time. I was doing steel fixing, and then I was just like, nah, I'm done. Like I was cramping in my fingers and shit. I was just like, nah, that's not cut out for me. I'll say that experiencing that steel fixing definitely motivated me to, you know, open my eyes to know that rugby league is a lot easier than what them people were putting their bodies through. I remember when I was in my first NRL preseason, I was running, and like there was like a construction site like right next to our fields, and it was the beginning stages of a hotel that was getting built. I was running, I was like dying, I was like in my head, I was just fighting demons. I was like, nah, I don't think this is cut out for me. I looked to my left, and I knew they were still fixing at the time. It would have been still fixing. It's like, nah, this is actually sweet, bro. I started running harder. I was like, nah, I'm actually all good. And but yeah, I'd say the experience. But honestly, I've got no idea what I've done if I wasn't playing rugby.
Most people don't know this, but you're actually smart, bro. I remember in school you were like top in English, like doing well. Didn't you do ATAR too?
I don't know. I felt like some teachers just didn't give you a crack when they knew you were a footy player, so they sort of just wrote you off, or they just thought that was you. And then that English teacher, I felt like told me that I could be more than just a footy player, so she like invested a lot in me. So I was just like, oh, I'll just repay the investment by just trying my best and tried hard, and yeah, I got decent marks back then. So
yeah, so all the people calling this guy a dumb coconut, he's actually a smart coconut, lad. I'm the dumb coconut, bro. Yeah, non-ATAR gang, bro. Talk us through Mitchenberry Jets. What did that junior system give you? And do you want to shout out any other coaches or mentors that you grew up with?
yeah, I think just the whole just Mitchellbury Jets in general, like all the boys there, I truly fell in love with the game playing for Mincho. Yeah, I owe a lot to the club. Just the families and the brothers that we had in that team, just like we were together from when I come from New Zealand until the end of SG Ball. Like that's how close we were. We used to, yeah, we won a lot of comps together. I think by the end of it, by SG Ball, I think we were like 6 in a row at that time. And yeah, it was just good vibes, eh? It was funny, but like none of the boys would rock up to training. We'll get to game day and there'll only be 11 players on the field. And eventually, as the game goes on, there'll be 17 players. Like the boys wouldn't even warm up; they'll just like come in with their joggers and then chuck their boots on and just come straight on the field and play. But you know, I wouldn't change it for the world. You know, like that's just who they were, and those boys made me fall in love with the game. Just the whole building a brotherhood, like you never really experienced that unless you play sport almost, and then just the whole year, going through the whole year, ups and downs, and then getting to that last game and then winning the comp was always like, yeah, it's just always everything you sort of dreamed of, playing week in, week out and winning on the big stage. Yeah, it was fun.
What about any mentors that helped you build your game? Like from Mitcho or Penrith, anyone?
I think one that sticks out is probably Benny Harden. I'll just say even my parents, bro, like can't go past my parents. They were my biggest motivators, even just at Mincho, just I told you before, just they're driving me around everywhere, and you can just tell that they really wanted me to become something, and if I worked hard at it, then I can get the rewards. And yeah, I'll just say probably Benny Harden and my parents, bro.
Yeah, but you say your parents as well, but your parents are your biggest critics as well, same as mine too. But I know how your parents are. Like they're not gonna say it in front of everyone, but back at home they tell you the truth, bro. It's tough love, but it's good love because you knock yourself back down. How was that like growing up for you? Is that hard or?
I just felt like I could never please my dad, but like looking at it now was a blessing in disguise. You know, kept me grounded, kept me wanting to work harder. Like felt like I played a 10 out of 10 game. You get into the car, he's like, nah, you played each show like this and that. He's like, nah, you could have ran more, this and that. And but you know, looking back now, I wouldn't change it for the world. I think you need that stuff, especially in this day and age, bro. Like heaps of things are just given to kids these days, and yeah, I'm just glad that my parents did that to me. Just yeah, never like content with where you're at in life, and if you had a gun game, like oh you got to back it up next week, and yeah, credit to them.
Away from sports, what was your escape as a young'un from footy?
Yeah, I was pretty similar to you, eh? I just loved the game, bro. I was listening to podcasts about your dad, like only giving you like an hour. I was pretty similar with like my parents too. But I think the good thing about my parents, especially my dad, he actually liked playing the game too. I'm sure you.
Yeah, he loves the game
he loved
too,
playing
bro.
the game too. But yeah,
even now to this day, bro, like people ask me, oh, like is Spenny actually good at the game? I go, yeah, he's actually good, bro. Like I'll be honest, like if you're not good, like I'll tell him straight up, you're one of the few NRL boys that's actually good at the game, and you don't play it like overboard, like you play it here and there. You have your moments where you play a big stint like for a bit and then you lock in and go and do your own thing. But
yeah, not to glaze, but not as good as you, lad. This guy's different, bro. Straight out.
Yeah, well, I was obviously playing pro like back in the day and that kind of stuff. But how is your gaming going with Twitch? Are you still doing it or?
Yeah, I'm still doing it. I feel like the games right now a bit stale, eh? Like a bit boring. Probably like you, like getting wins on Warzone is just boring for you now. And, I don't know, just waiting for a good game to come out. But in terms of Twitch and YouTube, and I just feel like the last couple of weeks just had to lock in for Roosters. The last 7-8 weeks of our season was do or die the whole time, and to get into the 8, and we had like big games playing against Manly. We were like punching in for the 8. We were like, you guys were punching in for the 8 as well, but played Dolphins, Storm, like. Just felt like I had to put all my eggs in one basket almost and just lock in. And yeah, I just felt like I didn't have time to do it. But off season now, got eliminated, so I have to kick it back up.
Yeah, no, 100. We'll drop all Spenny's like links in the description below to his Twitch, YouTube, and all that stuff. Even though he doesn't need it, it's popping off anyways. But Yeah, bro. I watched those vlogs. They're crack up, but it's short too. It's like makes it short and sweet.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's mad that you jumped on the scene too. It's just another platform to show people the real you.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people like might jump in your comments and hate on it, but like, bro, it's actually like hectic seeing like heaps of NRL boys going down the avenue of not just becoming a footy player, but streaming, YouTube, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think that's a credit to you, lad. Like, I wouldn't have done it. Like, I've always sort of wanted to do YouTube, but I was just like, I just didn't know how to start. And then obviously you started, and I was like, oh, fucking, it must not be that hard. And I was just like, I'll just pick up a camera and just start recording and see how it goes. So I feel like a lot of the boys are starting to do it off the back of you also. So keep paving the way, bro. Straight up.
Hell no, bro. I just jumped on the bandwagon of the real pioneers. But anyways, shout out to all the boys, bro. Can't wait to see more NRL boys jump on it. Looking back from when you were youngin' to now, what's one lesson you've always stuck by?
Never change, bro. Especially when the pressure's put on you. Like, I think it's so easy just to fall in line with how society wants you to sort of behave and stuff like that. But you might not like fit the criteria or the way like other people are portraying you to want to be. But like to stay in my own lane and just be me, bro. I'll never switch up for no one. Like, no matter how famous or how much money I get, whatever it is, I'm still that kid from Mincho, still that kid from Mangry in South Auckland, like kid that didn't have much, And yeah, I'd say that's probably the biggest thing, and I'm proud of it too. Like, I've been pressured a lot on social media and this and that, but I don't feel like I've switched up one bit. I've stayed true to myself through the ups and the downs, and yeah, I'd say that's the biggest lesson I have. And for any youngins that are coming up, just be you. Not everyone's gonna fit the mold that they want you to fit in, but just be you, bro. Like, and don't switch up for no one.
Yeah, no, you've always stayed staunch and true to your word. It's hectic to see because like you might get backlash on media and that kind of stuff, but at the end of the day, as long as you're true and not being fake, bro, like some people love it, some people don't, but at the end of the day, you can't please every single person, It's mad. Even that clip that went viral last week with the media.
Yeah.
Bro, at the end of the day, like what are they up to? You know what I mean? Like, why are they coming and pressing you when you got nothing to do with the situation? But when like Paul Kent, James Hooper, all that kind of stuff, like they do worse stuff than what the boys do, and nothing said. I just don't get it, to be honest. But at the end of the day, they're just trying to attack and get a good story out of it. And bro, they got a funny story, but it was more funny for you, bro.
I think that's one of the lowest jobs, Like, I feel like they only come out when things are bad. Controversy sells, bro, and I just know that they know that, and that burns me inside, that they just come out when something bad's happened. Like, I say, for example, like this, like you're doing something good, interacting with other players, and they would never come and post this up on the news and say like, oh, like teammate's doing something good for himself, and they would never do that. But if they seen you, I don't know, do something bad, they'll be the first ones here knocking
100%,
knocking at your door. And I guess in that scenario, like what do they expect me to say? Like, that's my brother, and I would never sell him out for anything, like for no one. Like, I didn't even know them. Why would they think I would give them a story for, I don't know what they were expecting me to say. But
50% of the media is good, but then the other 50, I see it a lot. Like, even with my articles, like, bro, they do the biggest clickbait. Like, bro, so much stuff that's like little as, and then they just turn it into this big thing and just pops off, and then they don't care how you feel. That's why I burn so much, because when they talk about like depression and all that kind of stuff, mental health,
bro. I was literally about to say that too.
Bro, they don't care one bit about your mental health, bro. If their story sells, bro, they couldn't care less. Even if you're gonna neck it,
Yeah,
that's what burns me, bro.
I was literally just about to say that. If you were to ask them, are they advocates for mental health issues, they'll say yes, they are. But then they'll be the first ones there to cut you down, like when you're already down. You know what I mean? Like
100.
But that's just the way it is. And yeah, I'll still stand by this. That's the lowest job that I reckon they're on par with like the people who give tickets and that. But car tickets, bro, I reckon that's up there. One of the lowest jobs,
up, bro. Car tickets is crazy.
Are up there, bro. But I'm happy you said that, because they they post this and that about, oh yeah, mental health this, mental health that, but just two-faced about it, eh? Like they're not advocates for fucking mental health, bro.
Bro, and they're not just attacking your mental health. You got to think about it. Your family is like looking at that stuff. Your friends, you know, that hurts them as well. Like, but these guys don't care one bit. As long as that story sells, lad, they couldn't care less what happens after that. Bro, you could be like proper on the verge of jumping off a bridge or about to grab a rope, and these guys will proper like do a story like, oh, this guy's not good for this guy's not good for that. And then they're the first ones, if someone ever passed away, oh, you know, someone was attacking him in the media, so that's their fault. But really, it's them writing their little low-life story. So
I just want to clear this up because I remember before, like, it came out me saying like, oh, I hate like Tongans, and then like they had us too. But they were talking because they were trying to obviously build up the game, but they're asking me about like a tri series, like a Origin, but for Tonga versus Samoa.
yeah,
And then they were asking me like, oh, is it sort of like the hatred in Origin? Like they sort of hate you and we sort of hate them. And then I was like, yeah, sort of like, yeah, we sort of hate them and they sort of hate us, sort of like rivalry. But and then it came out saying that like, I hate Tongans and they hate us too. Yeah, a lot of love for Tongans. I've got a lot of Tongan brothers and just wanted to clear that up. I don't hate them. It's just trying to build up the game and I'm keen for the Pac champs.
yeah, that's gonna be mad. But even I know like a lot of your best mates are Tongan. So like even mine, a lot of my best mates are Tongan. So when they say like try to twist your words hatred, I reckon all polys like get along.
Like, we're all the same.
Yeah, that's
bro.
what I mean.
We're all
Like
the
it's
same.
no different. It's just one little island compared to another.
Yeah, sure.
It's all love. Like on the field, obviously, you know,
Go
it's
to
different.
war.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
go to
100.
war. But then at the end of the day, after that 80 minutes, bruh, it's all love.
100.
But yeah, keen for Pac champs too, if I make it. You've spoken before about knowing your circle. How important is that for you?
So important, eh? When things go bad for you, you'll truly know your circle. I think everyone knows the time that I went through a couple of years ago, and you know, some people didn't even message me, this and that, like ask how I was going, any of my family how I was going, and yeah, I guess to those youngins coming up, it's just to find your circle straight away because everyone's easy. They'll ride the wave when you're going well. Like every family member of mine messaged me when I won the grand final. No one messaged me when I went through that Ezra stuff. No one. And I guess you're just gonna have to go through stuff like that when to truly know who your circle is. But yeah, just have a real understanding of those who actually care for you, bro. Like those who will come and message you during preseason. Like no one messages me during preseason. I'm sure no one messages you during preseason. But those who do, like those are your real ones. Don't just be messaging me round one for tickets. You weren't messaging me when I was my back was in there. I was about to break my back running up the hills, man. No one is messaging me up the hills. But everyone wants to message me for tickets, you know. But I guess, yeah, when you go through hard times like that, you know who your true circle is, and you know I know mine, and those who know me, those who are in my circle know how much they've done in my life, and yeah, to them youngins, just find your circle real quick.
Yeah, I've always said this about like even my internal circle, like they've been from before I was even a footy player to now, like they've always been the same people. Because like when I was younger, like those boys had my back when I was doing nothing. But then when I got older, I started making stuff. All of these random,
All
like,
of a sudden,
yeah, all of a sudden, or I got new cousins, I got new
Yeah.
mates, and I'm like, bruh, I knew from day one, like, no, these guys are all fake. That's why I got like, you just don't know this, but I got fake love on my knuckles because there's too many fake people out there. And yeah, I'm not dumb. Like I know who's stuck by me when I was young, and I know who's like with me now. So hey, shout out to all those people that are on my side and Spenny's side. We know who you are,
Big
bro.
love.
You're known from your intensity also, but what do you like away from the lights?
Yeah, I think, like I said, I was giving you credit about starting the YouTube and that, but I'm just a kickback type of person. I don't really like being in a spotlight and this and that. Like, I'd rather just, to be honest, if I could play rugby league with not no fans, but like just, and no one not know me, like I'd rather it be like that, eh? Like, I don't know, I just feel like I'm just kicked back. I'm funny if I'm close to you. I like having a laugh and stuff like that. But yeah, like I said, that's why I sort of started the YouTube, give everyone else like the other side of who I am. Because during that time, I was obviously just getting painted in the media as this monster and whatever, and it's fair enough. But yeah, there's always two sides of a story, and I guess I just use the YouTube as a platform to portray the other side of the story. And like you said before, like at the end of the day, not everyone's gonna like what you're doing, and when you accept the fact that you can't please everyone, then life's just easy, bro.
I always say this when people ask me about you, because like obviously going to Tigers, they're like, "Oh, how's Spenny?" I go, "Bro, he's like the kickback, chill. He's like me, but just like on the field, he's a different beast." And then I always just say, "Yeah, he's the reason Roosters got rid of me. He's mucking around too much."
Nah, word. Like, to be honest, like even like going through clips of me like raging on the field, like it's cringe to me, like seeing it. But that's just who I am, bro. I'm a product of my environment. Like I'm from South Auckland, grew up in Western Sydney. Like that's just who I am. When I cross that white line, like there's nothing else. Like I just want to win. And if you're beside me, then I'll ride with you until that 80 minutes done. And obviously it's just like our job's just all over the world, and it gets played for 80 minutes, and you're judged by that 80 minutes. And a lot of the time I'm losing my head, but that's just who I am. And like I said before, I'll never change for no one. And I guess just off the field, bro, I'm just crazy, bro. Stay in my lane, kick back, and wait till game day. That's pretty much all I do, bro.
100, bro. You know what I'm thinking about right now?
What?
That Dolphins clip.
Oh shit! Yeah.
I was cracking up. I didn't watch it, but like people sending, "Oh, what's going on with your boy?" I was like, "What happened?" And I checked because I don't really watch footy. Checked the NRL. I saw Spencer sent off. I was like, "Oh!" And then I saw all the clips where I was cracking up. I was like, "Nah, I'm also on smoke." It's all that boxing with Padflow.
Nah, so just a Philly show.
Straight up.
It was just a weird game, bro. And I went up to the bro after the game and I was like, "Fuck, I'll fuck with you." Like,
yeah, bro. He stayed staunch.
Yeah, I told him too. Like, bro, don't take a backward step from no one. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm pretty sure he's pretty early in his career, and I told him I fuck with her. Like, don't take a backward step to no one. Like, no matter where you are in your career, if you got 0 games or 200 games, like, stay staunch, hold your own. And I was just like, yeah, big respect to you, bro. Like, we at the end of the day, we got through the game and we won, and that's all I wanted.
Yeah, because when I was watching that clip, I was like, nah, this guy's gonna back down for sure. Because like, no disrespect to him, but I don't even know who he is. Like, straight out, like, and then when I saw that clip, I was like, bro, this guy went to throw a punch, bro. Like, that guy's the man. Like, I would have loved to see that. Like, actually, people throw punches. Then when I saw Fahul just grab him, I was like, "Oh, gee."
Yeah.
It was low key. No one knows, but Fahul's got hands.
He's a low key, that guy.
I know, he's low key, like humble kid, but bro, he's actually got hands. It would have been crazy to see that, because bro, he had like 3 or 4 people on him, and then you were like doing the Floyd Mayweather. I was like, "Oh,
yeah." It was just crack up, bro, because Robbo was just like challenging us the whole week, almost like, got to give it to this pack. And our season was on the line, like I told you before. That game was like whoever won in that game
makes finals.
Makes the finals.
Yeah.
So it was a lot like going into that game, and I guess it was just me and Fao were just like, we have to make a statement here, and that's just what happened. So, big love to the bro though.
Hey, shout out Wongy, bro. He got the clip. He got that. He's dead, bro.
Oh, I hope he doesn't mind me saying, but because apparently he come up to me after the game. He's like, "Lad, Lindy told me, he's like, oh, there's gonna be a fiery like kickoff. Like, I'll take it." And then Wongy's like, he thought of me. He's like, "No, fuck it, I'm gonna backfence it."
Yeah, you backfenced it, all right, Mosul.
But hey, credit to him, bro. He went down on the sword, lad.
Yeah,
I'm like, fucking earth, like, he sent it. Whatever happened, bro. Like, no one can take that shit away from you, bro. Like,
straight out, right?
Not many people have the balls to run off the back fence into like 400 or 500 kilos. But I hate how people think I like it, bro. It's like, obviously, I made it a thing, like,
Back
I don't know,
fence.
back fence. No, I actually hate that name.
Yeah, I know.
Like, big love to the fans and that like using it. But yeah, anyways, I actually hate doing it, bro. But that's just the job that I've got, and I'll send it until like, lace the boots up, lad. So,
You and Royce also, the back fences.
nah, he's proper back fence, lad.
What's been the biggest challenge and setback in your career so far, you reckon?
I think obviously the biggest challenge was just the going through that stuff I went through with Ezra. Obviously, a lot of my character was getting who I was as a person was getting challenged, and everyone just painting me as this person. But like I said, when the pressure was put up against me, like I stayed staunch, and I felt like I dealt with it well. Like I owned up to it, and that was probably the most challenging thing in my career. Just like you said, like all my parents and my family read all those papers and stuff like that. So just to see how it affected them, it obviously affected me to a point, but I just knew that, like, just me being me, I'll be able to go on with my business and stuff like that. But just seeing almost like my family affected by it was hard. But I'm just happy we came out the other side of the tunnel, and yeah, just like I said, I just didn't change. I wore it on the chin, like I took it, and I didn't switch up. So
Yeah, nah, it was crazy, that like whole scene, bro. That was like massive for ages. I just remember, like, as soon as we got off the airport in America, bro, all the cameras were there, like waiting for you. I was like, bro, is it like that bad? Like, because obviously I didn't know what you said, but I know you didn't mean it at all. Like, you just said what you said. But at the end of the day, bro, like, we're us poly like community, we're not racist. Like, so like people calling you racist and that, bro, you're like dark yourself. So I knew your intentions weren't bad at all. But I just want to say, like, a quick shout out to all the bullers and breads out there, bro. Like, us Islanders, we're not racist. Like, we've got a lot of love for you. But yeah, I think that just got taken out of proportion. And like you said, we saw it was the low life media, bro. They just ran with that story. They knew it was gonna pop off and just thing. But hopefully the bro's all good now. He's killing it now. So
yeah, that's why I was happy too. Like, bro, they ran with that story for 2 years, and it happened like 2 years ago.
yeah,
But that only got put to bed when I like went up to him after the game, Origin 2. I was just like, bro, like after that, no one spoke about it.
yeah.
But everyone just kept on speaking about it because we hadn't spoken to each other at the time. And yeah, I just told him, like, I didn't mean for it to happen, and I'm sorry that affected you and your family and your people. And I'm just happy that we're obviously not like we're on good terms, and he can just worry about his footy and I can worry about mine, and we can just go on with our lives, and that's it.
What about the values you carry to this day? Discipline, loyalty. What do you reckon was the most that shaped you from Mount Druitt? Like, what was that one thing that Mount Druitt gave you out of like all those attributes?
You're asking me some banger questions or so. Just staying staunch on who you are, lad. Like, Manny for a long time was some place that no one ever wanted to go to, scared of. No one repped it like that.
100.
And then now all of a sudden everyone wants to be like how the like dress, almost like how the boys dress and that. But but they staunch on who they are, and look at them now, like they're being them, and everyone's loving it, like listening to their music and that. And yeah, I'd probably say that. And then I just knew my circle from young. You almost have to, like, in that area, and know your people, and those ride with you and those don't. Like, I feel like I just carried that, and obviously all the lessons I learned from my parents. I think how I am today is all the values and stuff that I carry today is from my mum and my dad. So shout out to them.
I feel like loyalty is a big part of like both of us. Like, we've always had loyal boys and loyal family, so we kind of know our circle and who sticks by us when times are going tough and that. So it's mad, but I feel like that was just like you said before, product of our environment. You always knew who was there before you got famous and that kind of stuff. You started vlogging and showing another side of yourself. How did that come about?
Obviously I was getting pressure in the media like a lot. I think when that stuff with Thurston happened with me and Thurston, it was like straight away he got on and he told his side of the story, and everyone just jumped on it. Like, I was just like, fuck, I felt like it was almost unfair, like an unfair fight.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, from that point on, I was just like, I need to do something, like show other people that not to like impress them or anything, just to like tell them like, fuck, this is who I am outside of footy, and just sort of have like a platform to tell my side. Because you only sort of have your Instagram, and I'm not really on social media too much, but I sort of just started that to give people like a little insight of who I am as a person, not as a rugby league player. And I'm just looking forward to making more videos, and hopefully more people enjoy it and just say that like I'm just a normal person, bro. I just bleed the same blood as everyone else bleeds. And
you know what, like, always cracks me up? I want to tell this funny story, like, get away from all this podcast stuff, but the one in NZ, like, do you still remember? The possessed girl in NZ?
Oh, lad.
Bro, tell that story, lad.
That was some crazy stuff, eh?
Bro, that was the funniest but crazy.
It was a lady, eh? She was,
remember?
I remember.
It was
the
me.
pizza shop.
Yeah, tell that story, bro. We got a funny story, lad.
Yeah, so long story short, we pulled up to Auckland, obviously playing the Kiwis. What time would it have been, like 2 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, it was like 2 a.m.
And we were hungry. We were like, fuck it, we'd just go try to find a spot, and this pizza shop was open. And it was just me, you, and who else was there?
Tags.
Oh, and Tags.
Yeah,
oh, my days. And then, like, there was this, like, weird-ass lady there. Weird-ass lady. And then, like, we're in this, we're sitting here, and this lady, like, she'll just come and she'll, like I remember she walked past you. And she, like, almost, like, rubbing her, like, chest right up against, against you. And we're just like, oh, maybe she's, like, I don't know, wants steam or whatever. And then 20 minutes later, she just starts cracking up. Like, she moves to this other table sitting by herself, and she's looking at us, and she just starts dying of, like, she's just laughing, but like that, like,
evil
Conjuring,
laugh,
Conjuring type laughing, like horror movie type shit. Oh. And we're just like, we just kept on scoping her, and then she's starting to wig us out. And then I remember she walked out, and then we heard this loud ass bang. We walked over, and we're like, what the fuck going on? And then she was like kicking in the door or something.
She was kicking that big wall, like slamming it, bro, for like 20 minutes.
Bro, she was kicking it anyways. And then we're like, nah, this lady, she's on something. Like, she's being weird as. And then I remember seeing her, and then she starts laughing. She just stood at the door, and she was like laughing, like horror laughing again. I'm like, nah, fuck, if she comes here, like, bro, I'm gonna tell her off. And then she walked past teammate again, and I was like, nah, you better fuck off here. She walked off again. I was like, all right, last straw. She comes back again. I'm telling her off. And then she come back again. I'm like, lad, you're like, bro, Tags was scared.
Yeah,
bro.
I remember
Tags ran out. He ran out the pussy, bro. Anyway, so he ran out. But she was actually scaring us, but she was low-key scaring me. I'm just like, bro, if you keep it, I'm going to bottle you, bro. I'm like, fuck off. And then she just walked off, and I was just like, bro, like, she was 100% on something, but I don't know. She could have like a fucking knife or something on her.
Bro, I think she did, like, straight up, because I remember she kept walking past me and forth and laughing, and then remember she stood like at the other table and was looking at us and laughing, like the Conjuring laugh.
Nah, like,
and then we were like, bro, like we started like getting like telling her, bro, like you better chill, like this is getting scary. And then I remember she walked past again, and then she went back and started slamming the door. She walked past again. I picked up the chair, lad. I was scared.
Yeah,
like,
this guy picked up the chair. I picked up the bottle.
I picked up the chair. I was like,
me,
bro, watch out, lad. Because, bro, I swear she had something on her. And then I was just like trying to defend myself, bro, because you were like looking at me and laughing. And I was like, nah. And then I just seen Tags going.
Bro, I'll tell you what's the crazy thing about our circle also. That was not in our circle. That was around up the door. Like,
I just seen the door open, and I turned to my left, and Spenny's like this, bro.
He's fucking ran off. I was like, nah, this guy's selling, bro.
And then what was the owner was like, bro, watch out. Like,
nah, yeah, he was full warning us about it, bro.
Like, I don't know what she's on, but she's been coming around here lately. Like, I think she's possessed, and she's been like causing drama and that, like kicking all the like people that are going to buy the pizza and that, and then, bro, that's.
I remember even when we got back to our rooms, but Tags was scared us, bro. I was like, "Fuck, nah, that was actually scary." But
that's
funny.
Yeah, that was like the scariest, funniest story because, bro, I honestly thought like, bro, I'm getting shanked up like by this random lady.
Word, I actually at the start I thought she just had the hots for you, lad.
Nah, but bro, you could tell she
might
was
have
like,
to bring out the team match. But that's what I was thinking. I was like, nah, no way. She's like on you like that, but.
What?
Whatever.
She looked like
but
a
after that,
cat lady.
when she walked past the third time, I was like, nah,
yeah, same.
She might do something.
I thought I was getting dipped like straight out.
Word, bro.
I was like, because bro, she kept like going like this, laughing, and I was like, oh yeah, GG's or sauce.
Yeah.
I'll see you later. What content excites you the most, brand space wise?
Brand space wise.
Yeah, like what content do you like to put out for your branding?
Like personal brand, yeah, I think can't go past the YouTube stuff. Everyone just sees me as this rugby league player. But I think just inviting them into my world, our world, showing them what it's like to sort of prepare for NRL games, and like even just looking at your recovery videos. I think that's just such good insight for the fans, and even just for me. Like I like watching all that stuff, and so I reckon if it excites me to watch someone else's content like that, just see how they prepare for games, and I know for those diehard fans, that's like everything for them, you know. So, yeah, just got a lot of stuff planned for some YouTube videos coming out. So, stay tuned, and yeah, for the personal brand, I reckon that's probably the biggest one.
What about podcasting?
I never really thought about podcasting. I just, yeah, I don't know. I just never really thought about it, but maybe one day. But I just feel like, yeah, I don't know. I've never really thought about doing podcasting.
I reckon you'll be a gun host, lad.
Reckon?
Straight up. You're good at English, and like you're easy to get along with. So like you will have mad yarns and that kind of stuff with everyone, and everyone respects you. You'll have mad guests on too, like all the boys and that. But yeah, that's just something I'm tossing up also.
Wow.
Like maybe podcasting. Hey, in the comments down below.
Oh, for me?
Yeah, like
oh yeah, I don't know.
How many comments for you to start a podcast?
Well, I have to run up heaps of comments with all your fans, lads. So I don't know. I don't know. Eh?
Oh, we'll go 500 comments, because not even Benji's got 500 comments in the first 24 hours.
First 24 hours? Right,
you got 500 comments?
I bet.
Then this guy's got to do, and there can't be those like gammon ones where that one person comments, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It has to be 500 individual.
Oh,
yeah. Hey, did you hear that? 500 comments, Brian. Mosa's on. Do you see your content as a fun thing right now, or are you building a business?
Yeah, I think it's right now it's almost just something that I enjoy doing, but I do know that footy's not forever, and I think it's just good to get on top of it now whilst you're sort of relevant, and you see heaps of players start doing content and stuff like that after they're done footy, and I think it's just a good avenue, you know, just sort of like a booster for us to use, like our platform, and like playing in the NRL as a booster to get fans in, and hopefully when we're done, you know, those fans can carry over. But yeah, right now it's just something that I enjoy doing, but I still have the understanding that this could be something I can do like after footy too. So just see how big it goes and go from there.
Yeah, straight out. You got any sponsors on that?
The sponsors, lad.
All right. Hey, hit him up. What's your email? Sponsors and that, because that's where the money is also, straight out. And me too. I need sponsors too.
I need like a separate like.
Oh, you're gonna make a separate?
Yeah, I'll probably make a separate one, so not everyone's hitting up my actual email.
Straight out. That's smart, bro. Oh, I got the Mayday podcast one too. So, hey, if you want to sponsor Spenny, bro, averaging 150k views per vlog. So, hey, think about it. 10% people buy your stuff. That's 1,500.
Look at this guy, like businessman now. Holy time.
So, hey, just do the math on that.
Yeah.
And just hit him up straight up, and hit me up too. How do you portray yourself but still protect your image?
I am who I am, and if people like, I'm just gonna record that. And if people like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. Like, it's not much I can do about that. Yeah, so I just be me, Like I've done that since I've come out of my mum's ass. Like that's
us
or wherever it comes out of. But yeah, I'll just say that even what you were saying before, you can't impress everyone.
Yeah.
So I'll never try to switch up in front of a camera just because I have to try to get some views or anything like that. I'm just gonna be me, and yeah, people fuck with it, they fuck with it. If not, then it is what it is. Like,
unlucky.
Yeah.
But straight up, like I feel like it's easier to hold a camera and talk to like the camera instead of But I struggle with trying to interact with random people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
I'll get real because I'm an introvert.
Yeah.
It's so hard for me to like. You've seen it in the flesh too. Like every
Yeah.
time we go out and these guys like get like pressured to thing, I'm always like at the back, like don't know what to say. And these guys are real good with like talking and that. But like, does that come natural with you? But or is that something you had to learn? Like, yeah, no, because you know how you like you're real good at interacting, but like I'm really like, I struggle with that.
Yeah, to be honest, so I wouldn't even say I'm like good at interacting with people. Like you said, I'm just real conscious of my circle and not trying to expand that. So yeah, I think my trust in people like is like a big thing. And yeah, if I'll speak to you if you're just there and like try my best to hold a conversation. But even like then, like I suck at holding conversations unless I know you. Like me and you, we can talk for days. Like, you know what I mean? But it was just a different person. Like it's hard for me to hold those conversations, and you know, sometimes we're just from different worlds and can't really hold those conversations.
Straight out. That's where our boy Dr. Clay comes in clutch.
Yeah, straight out. Like I can talk to anyone, anytime, for 20 minutes, bruh.
Thinking back to your NRL debut at 18, what's that one thing that sticks with you from that night?
Yeah, I think it was just special that got to do it with Critter and Birdo. That was probably the biggest one. Having three boys debut in one game was pretty special, and yeah, I think just the debut alone like took me 18 years of my life, 18 years of hard work, sacrifices, dedication to get to that point, and just to embrace my parents and my brothers after it, you know, my friends and my family. Yeah, that was probably everything you dreamed of, you know. I was expecting, I was way more than what I was expecting it to be. Just how special it was the day, and yeah, I was just happy that we got the win too, and just made it that much more special. So
yeah, that was a mad night. We all came down because our 20s team had to come down and watch Spenny and that because they started with us, but obviously they're like boys that I grew up with, so I was gonna come anyways. But yeah, heaps of people don't know our 20s team was actually pretty stacked. They also,
yeah,
like, I think from that squad, like that 25-man squad, I think maybe 18 boys.
Yeah,
18 boys, and the big names like you, Critter, Flory, Dane, Birdo, me, Tags. Who else was there? Oh, Lindsay Smith.
Yeah, all of us made it. Crazy thinking about it now.
Yeah, to see that night, like for you and your family, that was crazy too.
Yeah,
like you, Birdo, Critter, all started with us. Then next minute playing NRL, bro. It's crazy. Then yeah, I got sacked. That's my first club I got sacked. Second, third, yeah. Second club, third, yeah. Okay, please, Tigers. You played Origin alongside with Bizza, Critter, and Romy. How special is that for you?
When you talk about your circle, yeah, those boys are there for me. Like when obviously we've done a lot of good things together, but we've gone through the trenches together too. So I feel like when you go through those times together, the good and the bad, makes your bond that much stronger. And yeah, I think it's crazy to think that we've done so much and accomplished so much together. And yeah, just the door of them boys, just getting into camp just makes it that much easier. You don't have to sort of just walk on eggshells, and that they just make you feel comfortable straight away just being around your brothers. And yeah, it's just crazy to see how much everyone's sort of accomplished now, from young, even yourself, lad. Like seeing how you've impacted the Tigers, bro, that's crazy just to think that, you know, we're just kids from Mincho now having big impacts on NRL clubs. I think that's special, and yeah, it's just good to see. Like before, I'd barely watch NRL games, and now it's just happens that you just want to watch the boys and see them be great, and represent themselves and their families, make them proud, and that just warms up the heart, bro. When I see all the boys on the biggest stage, and I'm just grateful that I get to play alongside you guys, and yeah.
A lot of people probably don't know, but we want our boys to prosper. Some people might see it as oh no, he's in a different team and he's doing his own thing. But at the end of the day, it's all love for the boys, and we love when our boys prosper and are doing great things. That's why when people ask me about who you supporting, even this week, bro, I can't go past the boys, at Penrith. I grew up with most of them and still talk to a lot of them now. So hopefully they get the job done again, and shout out to those boys. But I got a lot of love for other boys in other teams too. So good luck to all the boys in finals this year. Yeah, we didn't make it, but
yeah, we got eliminated. So,
sorry, by 23, you already had 3 rings. Did that feel like the standard all along?
Yeah, to be honest, it's all a bit of a blur. You always dream about those things, but for it to actually happen, it's sort of something that you have to reflect upon when I think your career's done. Won that 3rd one, and then I felt like the next day I was in the Roosters headquarters.
Yeah,
getting to know different people and trying to learn the systems down there. So everything just happens real quick, and you never think that you'd win 3 in a row, or just one.
Straight up.
But yeah, I've just been fortunate enough that I got to play in those teams, and those teams are really special. Just our connection, our brotherhood, and I think that's just held us in good stead for all those games that just didn't want to let your brother down beside you. And I think that was just our biggest thing. And obviously, just going through the trenches together. You do all these hard works, these army camps and pre-seasons to get to that big dance. That's literally the only goal you have, to make it to that grand final game and try to win that. And yeah, I just fortunate enough that I got to play in those teams, and something that when I retire I can reflect upon and be proud of. And now it's time for, it's obviously different times now, and I've got to try to work hard to help the Roosters get a chip, and that's my next goal, and can't wait for next year.
What do you reckon your biggest goal will be? Because you've played Origin, you played for your country, you've won rings. What do you reckon your next biggest goal would be?
Try to win the World Cup for Samoa.
Straight out.
Obviously made it to the grand final 2022, and just to see the impact that had on our people was actually so crazy. And I reckon that's almost on par with winning the grand final. I actually didn't know how much of an impact it was going to have on our people, and even on me in general. And I've got to give props to the Jason Tamalolos, Andrew Fafidas, Fanor Blakes and that for choosing Tonga over Australia, or Kiwis at that time, because obviously coming from New Zealand, my goal was to play for New Zealand, and to see them do that and get to how far they got to for their country, and to see how their people reacted and embraced them for how well they went, that just made me want to represent Samoa. And obviously, like you saying, in 2022, it was the first time Samoa went past the first final, got to the prelim, and then beat England, and the first time to get to the grand final. And I think although we lost, we won, bro. Just to see all the parades all over the world, we're getting messages from celebrities and stuff like that. And I remember when I come back from England, I went with my partner to Hawaii, and they had a massive parade for the rugby league, and they barely know rugby league in obviously in America, but Samoan flags everywhere. I remember driving around, my family took me around the island, and just Samoan flags everywhere. And that was just from the tour team, and I think that going through that, I just want the Samoan kids to come into the NRL to want to represent our small nation. I tell them this, that money can't give you that experience that we went through in that 22 grand final, that 22 World Cup series, and I'm sure like Tamalolo and all them will say the same thing, that no amount of money can like give you that experience of, you know, all them people just riding for you, and yeah, I'd say that's probably the biggest goal, bro.
Yeah, the parades and all the love from a little island, bro. Like it was crazy to see. I just remember like all your social medias were popping off. Everyone was sharing. Like you got like people in America that barely watch footy, like sharing Samoan stuff, like The Rock and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, bro, this is crazy. Like, and you didn't even win it, but like I knew like straight away after you beat England to go grand final, that was your grand final, the England game. Like,
Yeah, 100%.
right, it was mad to see, and hopefully we can do that again next year, or if I make it. But
If I make it too,
bro, the team's stacked now. But yeah, if we both make it to World Cup next year, hopefully we can do that for our little nation and be the first time Pacific nations won a World Cup.
100%, and I think it's just good for the game in general too. Like every team is stacked. Tonga's stacked, New Zealand's stacked, Australia's always stacked, and just it's a better product for the game. And I feel like if we drive this, make the international game a priority, then I reckon this game can go like sky's the limit for the game. And yeah, I think just encourage all those Pacific Islander boys to represent your countries, and like I reckon this could almost get bigger than Origin. Like if you know we start doing this and people see the competition of it, can almost get like rugby union. You know, like that's the pinnacle of their game, and why shouldn't the international rugby league game be the pinnacle of ours? So
you made the switch to Sydney Roosters in 2024, was it? Yeah, 2024. What was the biggest comparison from Penrith to Roosters?
Like, to be honest, it was almost identical. Like, I'm not too sure. That's a good question, bro. You've been giving me some hard-ass questions. I feel like the board's a lot more involved in the Roosters.
Overboard.
Like, they'll come to every training session. They'll take the boys out for dinners. They'll come, like, they ride everything with us. Like, they ride the highs with us. They ride the lows. Like, all the losses, they'll be in the sheds after the games, wherever we play. Vegas, Brisbane, Melbourne, they're always there. And then, you know, obviously ride the highs with us. But I'd say, like, that's probably something that that's probably different. And yeah, I think just the people at the Roosters, like, you know, Auntie Kath and Alex and stuff like that. Like, I don't know, I've never really experienced that at Penrith. Like, not that there's bad people there. Like, there's beautiful people at Penrith as well. But it's just those ladies, like, they had a massive impact. Like Leah too. Like, I don't know why. I've never felt that at any other club. I've only been at Penrith. But yeah, that was probably, in terms of footy, is the same.
Yeah, I've never said this publicly, but I still got a lot of love for the board members and staff members at Roosters, like Auntie Kath, Alex, Leah, Joe, Nick, Frankie, bro, like all those people. They, even when I left the club, they were still messaging me, like seeing I'm all right and that. So I still got a lot of love for them, bro. And shout out to them people. They make the club what it is. Like, if it wasn't for them, bro, I don't know how the club would run, because, bro, they've been doing it for like, what, 15 plus years, all those people. And, bro, every time you talk to the boys, like, they mention them straight away. Like, those are the people that I mention, right? And like I said, I got a lot of love to them. So shout out to them. But yeah, obviously I'm on a different path now. The season didn't end the way you wanted it this year. But what are you looking forward to in 2026 with the Tricolours?
Yeah, I felt like the whole season was just a massive roller coaster. Like, going from the start of the season, like, just every person was writing us off, never gonna make the 8, this and that. And I think, you know, like, it built a lot of character within the team. We had to try to find our identity and stuff like that, and find out who we truly were as a team. And I think the back end of the season, just we sort of found ourselves. And you know, so I sort of compare it to like my first year in Penrith. Like, they debuted heaps of youngins that year, and not to say that we're going to win every single year after that, but in terms of progression and for those younger boys who debuted, like we had like 8 debutants this year. We have a young squad, and I think for us to perform the way that we did the back end of the year just excites me for next year. And I think even just talking about like those hardships that we went through together, like the hardships that we went through as a team together at the start of the year, just made our brotherhood that much stronger through the back end of the season. And although it was disappointing, I think it was like a semi-success for us. Like actually finding out who we were as a team, our identity. Like I said, I was just like, it made me feel young, like having those boys debut and making me want to work harder too. And this season I have to go back fit, and because there's a lot of young'uns coming through that will take my spot. And I think that's the good thing about our team next year, is that no position is secure. Even for me, like if one of those younger boys are coming and they're training better than me, and they deserve that spot, then that's theirs, And I think that's so good for teams, and having that healthy competition. Like you have to play good every week, otherwise there's going to be someone else there to take your spot. And I feel like as a team, that's where we're at the moment. Anyone can play, anyone in the 17, whoever Robbo picks can play and do a job for the team. And I feel like the back end of the year just like really excites me for next year. Just got to get back to work, obviously kick the legs up for a bit, but hopefully by the time preseason comes that we all remember what it was like at the back end of this season, and work on all those stuff that we worked on. So can't wait.
Yeah, because you're not getting any younger, eh? So how old are you next year?
Straight out of so 25 now, bro.
Damn.
Yeah. Shit. Halfway to 50, cuz.
Straight out, like you don't look 25, bro. If you take the hat off, he doesn't look 25. No, but I wanted to mention, like, a lot of people read you off because obviously Roosters got a lot of big names that left the club, but bro, straight out, I feel like your team was still stacked, eh? Like even me knowing the youngins that came up, I knew they were gonna do a mad job. Like that's why when like they got rid of me, I was like, oh bro, I know there's gonna be a younger boy like Steepy, Celessi, you know, those boys like Wongi, all those boys were gonna prosper in that position. So I was like, oh bro, at the end of the day, hopefully they can prosper, and they done a good job for you this year. But even your like starting 17, bro, like I don't know why so many people like read you off like just because you lost a couple games at the start, bro. You look at your 17, bro. Nearly every single one of those players are international or rep players. So like it's crazy, but I know next year you will be good for it, and I know next year, bro, I got a feeling, man, you're gonna be a top club.
Bro, even you guys too, bro. You guys have been killing it. Nah, word. Word. I feel like even you, Romy, Teats, what you guys did for the club, bro, this year. It was my first time coming to Leica. I came for, what's it?
Yeah, Romy's
200 or 150th? 200.
Was it 200?
Oh, one of the two.
One of.
Anyways, I had never been to Leica on an Arvo game. I was like, fuck, this is actually hectic, bro. Being in the stands, watching your boys do your guys' thing, and but yeah, I think it's just crazy. Like even just being there in the stands, watching your boys play. Like fuck, I used to play with these boys at Mincho when we were young, and we went to school together, and like got freaking 20,000 people like cheering for you. You know, like that shit makes me happy as, bro. And I think you guys made a massive impact to that club, and I think it's just good for the game that you guys are like the Tigers are up there and knocking at the door of the A and stuff like that. And bro, you guys have heaps of young'uns that debuted this year too, and just starting their careers. And I think you guys a lot of good things coming for next year. So.
Yo, did you hear that, Mayday? Spenny's coming Tigers, like, yeah. Clip it up, run it up. He's coming Tigers. Nah, GF, he's not. But hey, I wish he could come, bro. Oh, well, he's happy where he is, bro. We'll wrap it up also. Anyone you want to give a special mention to? Any boys, any family members?
Just shout out to you, lad. Appreciate appreciate you having me on. Like I said before, bro, keep paving the way for the boys. I'm sure heaps of young'uns are looking up to you, see you go about your space now, your podcast and your YouTube thing, bro. Like, I know it's inspiring for them kids, and just keep inspiring, and so that's it.
Thanks, also. Appreciate you coming on.
Big love.
Hey, shout out to Mitchenberry Jets. Let's do the outro and then we're done. Spence, appreciate you for pulling up and keeping it real. From Mount Druitt to collecting rings to now carving out at your own lane in the Roosters. Good luck in your new ventures, brother. To the Mayday fam, we're pushing for 10K. Run those subs up. Hey, we're pushing for 1,000 reviews on Spotify too. So run it all up. Exclusive news. What else? The school. Run everything up, bro. Got a mad stuff coming through. And yeah, also, like he said before, 500 comments. Has to be individuals too. He's gonna start his own potty.
Say, run it up.
First guest will be Robo too, he said. All right, we out. Later.
Big love.